Hello Dazzling Stars. This is a Speedpaint plus lore video for my OC dice. Let's get started. Hi guys, welcome to the Speedpaint. For those who don't know who I am the novelist, but you can call me Violet, Ace, or Novel. Now let's get into the video. So this is my OC dice. However, Dice isn't really her real name. Her real name is Fortune Bayuk. Now you must be wondering, why do I call her Dice instead of Fortune? And why would I even name her Fortune? Well, you see, her parents sort of had trouble with having a kid. So when they finally had one, they named her Fortune because she's the most valuable thing they had. She was raised in a loving home by two professional artists. She would sometimes help or just watch them work. They wasn't wealthy, but they could live comfortably and go on vacations without worry. Her parents were named Frida and Claude Bayuk. Sometimes they played Monopoly or Yahtzee. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I think it is. It's a pretty cool game from what I've seen on YouTube, so I thought it'd be a good idea to add it as a fun family activity that they would do. They also played Go Fish a lot. And sometimes they would just play hide and seek, or they just make a fun game out of color theory. I wish I knew color theory a bit more, but I'll learn more about that later. So back to the backstory. When she went to school, kids would often make fun of her for having vitiligo or heterochromia. They would often call her mean names like Spotty, Dice, or even Patchwork, which is pretty mean, but she always looked on the bright side of things, so she didn't let that get her down or anything. She eventually adopted the name Dice. She really liked how unpredictable dice were, and she was really proud of how she looked, so she just went with it. Fortune was basically like, yeah, I'm Dice. Nice to meet you. She was very happy when she was a kid. Unfortunately, their house caught on fire. They lost everything, and things just got worse from there. Because they lost all of the things they need to do their work, her parents had a hard time making money. And they was all hungry, her father had gotten sick, her mother was stressed. Despite all the hardships, they tried to look on the bright side. One day, while Dice was walking outside, she saw a man. She thought his dog was cute, so she asked could she pet the dog. She didn't understand why the man looked so shocked, so she played and petted it anyway. What she didn't know was that the dog was actually dead and that she could see ghosts. And it turns out the man was a recruiter for a government-based organization called the PPDA, which means Private Paranormal Detective Agency. The recruiter walked her home and asked if she'd take a job offer to help her family. Dice said yes, of course, because she really wanted to help out her family and she just wanted to make sure she could repay them for all the sacrifices they had made for her. Her parents were horrified by the predatory offer and threw the man out the house, forcing Dice to promise to never speak to him again. But months later, facing the loss of their home and unable to afford a doctor for her sick dad, 7-year-old Dice took 4 quarters that she'd been saving for a while and hid in a phone booth and called the business card she had secretly had. She met up with the recorder and signed the contract without reading it, and then returned home. When the black vans showed up at her parents' house, her parents was confused until she told them what she had done. Heartbroken, her parents watched her leave while they received their first paycheck. She was put in a class of 10 children. They was all trained to fight and get rid of ghosts. She eventually made friends with 2 girls named Ace and Shayra, and a boy named Kadar. The children trained until they was about 13 or 14 years old. Then they was put into a final test. Only 6 of them made it out. From there, Dice and her friends went out on missions and eventually climbed the ranks from no color to gray ranks. I will make a video explaining the ranking and how the PPDA works. She and her friends had this mentor named Illyria. I will talk about the other characters later on, of course, or they might be shown in different animations. But there was an incident that caused her friend group to split up. So now it's just her and Ace. Because of this incident, Dice is more strategic and doesn't really talk to anybody anymore besides Ace. She doesn't get attached. And she seems like she's this cold, unfeeling mastermind. In reality, she's just afraid to get to know people because she doesn't want to get attached and lose them later on. When she's with her family, it's like she's an entirely different person. She's the best big sister, considering what she's been through to her little brother Jack. She never told her parents what happened, even though they know something's wrong. But she will not and cannot speak about it. I might make a game based off of this. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I do plan on posting a movie about Dice's past and her friends as well. Now some fun facts about Fortune. Her birthday is July 21st. Her zodiac sign is a Cancer. Her favorite animal is a fire salamander, even though she doesn't do it as much anymore. She still enjoys scrapbooking. She still enjoys playing games, but now she's more so into checkers and chess. As you can see in the bottom corner, that is a picture of her and her old team before the incident. She loves coffee, and I'm really glad that this drawing turned out pretty well because I was having some problems with the drawing base because I took a picture of myself sitting down. I was originally going to have Fortune sitting down in this video, but I decided to change my mind. So that is why the head looks smaller than the rest of the body and why I kept having to fix it. But please feel free to like and subscribe if you like the video. Please comment on what you want to see. I bid you adieu, Dazzling Stars.